I'm gonna get things started. I only have one viewer right now, but that's okay. Hopefully everything will get sent out. I have sent messages to Fur Affinity, and to Facebook, and to YouTube. So, people should start rolling in. But anyway, here we are with Earth Eternal. This is an old MMORPG that was made in, like, I don't know, it was popular in like 2010, maybe? I think I played it in my last years of high school. But it was a furry MMO. You pick all these different races. I don't think they actually have any specific benefits. Not like World of Warcraft where everyone has a different ability. But you know, it's still very nice to actually have have a furry MMO to play, because there isn't any. Unless you consider Furcadia one. But that's another matter entirely. Kind of feeling the female wolf. And unlike World of Warcraft, we actually have a tail. It is a tremendous boon in my book. I like that one the most. And we can actually get more specific. Depends on what we're playing, but I think in like a fighter type. I want to pick some ridiculous colors here, you know? More of like a... yeah, like more reddy kind of color. That's pretty cool. I like that color. I don't know if our hands and feet need to be pure white though. Trying to go for like more of a cream color, but that may be difficult to find. Perhaps more of a gray. Seems pretty good. Are they all pretty close to matching? Eye color doesn't look like we can zoom in here to get a better look. Nice blue eyes would be lovely though. Customize your nail color. I don't know if I want to. Black seems fine. A tad darker. My white should definitely be nice and white. What do the ears and tail do? Ah, just make them bigger and smaller. Oh, it's not even attached to her head. That's bad. I don't think this was here in the original. We are fairly limited to how big we can make those. The middle seems just about right anyway, though. Like a bigger tail, though. I think that will work for us. I thought there was more classes than just 4. Fighter, Rogue, Mage, and Druid. For some reason I thought there was more. But it has been quite some time. I was aiming for a knight with this character, though. He's the heavy hitter of melee combat. Often a walk-in armory. This class is this cast is capable of wearing plate mail and wielding the largest two-handed weapons. The knight can both dish it out up close and take it. No other class is able to absorb damage like the knight, and no other class can stand toe-to-toe with the most powerful foes and successfully trade blows. Names. And we can customize between the starting sets of armor if we wish to. But I think we'll just go with the... that almost doesn't look too bad, but Let's start with the starting armor. There's one awesome feature with this game, which is that if you find armor that has better stats but doesn't look very attractive, in this game you can actually choose to have the visual look of one armor while having the stats of the other one, which is pretty awesome. I know that's always been a huge problem with most MMOs, is you find some ridiculous armor that doesn't look appealing at all, but you have to wear it for the stats, you know? I don't know, I'm thinking Viscera, Wilder. Fingrin. I forgot that they had, like, the species names were specific to the world. The wolf is a Fingrin. Also, I'm noticing these screenshots that it looks like they maybe changed the art style a little bit. It looks like they got, like, the heavy outline look, cell shading. I don't think it was always like that. Go through the tutorial again. I gotta boost my sight up so I can see what I'm looking at here. Maybe it was just like those screenshots for entering into the game that have the cell shaded look. Because this looks more like I remember. Got our basic attack, Assault. Physical attack that deals an initial 6 damage. Generates physical charge. Bash. 4 physical damage per physical charge. And has a chance to stun. So we want to use this to get this more powered up as we go. Character sheet. Basic armor. Sure, we'll figure it all out pretty easily, though. I have played it before. It's just been a very long time. Welcome to Earth Eternal. Looks like you're the new hero that Goddess Gaia, protector of all of us, has sent to defeat the enemies of the Earth. First, though, you need to get off this island. Walk forward to your class trainer, and remember that right-click is how you get a quest from someone. Speak with Shroom. 5 copper. I go. Welcome, beast. Greetings and welcome to Earth Eternal, Valkal's Shadow. On the team TAW, we thank you for taking the time to join us. To show our thanks, we put together a little themed gift box, stuff that might be fun for use in your quests. Grab it now, for this gift won't be around forever. Well, thank you for the follows, Ativa and Werehusky. We hope you'll stick around, as there will be a reward at the end for your hard work. Gift box key. Is this the key? Yeah. Looks like there's a 5 there. Maybe we get 5 keys? Didn't go through the first time for some reason. So I just have the 1 key. Looks like we have 5. But I might as well pick whatever seems the best on the first go, just in case I only have 1. 100% boost to experience gained. 3 days. Form of the vampire. Transform into a feral form and increase movement speed by 50% for 10 minutes. Could be useful. It looks like it wouldn't be a one-off use. It looks like we could use that for a while. Extra backpack slots. Not sure how many backpacks we can get. 4. Could be pretty useful. A helmet, but it doesn't look like it actually has any stats. A purse. Double click to open. Credits for use in a credit shop. Thinking probably the backpack. Okay, we do have 5, so I can get all of it. We did indeed have 5. Right click isn't a quick wear, huh? Looks a bit silly now, but perhaps we'll get some armor that matches it better later. Backpack space. Oh, awesome. It goes straight into... It just makes your inventory bigger instead of being like a separate slot. That's pretty awesome. XP boost. I suppose we might as well use that. So figure out how to use items in my inventory. Because right-clicking doesn't work. Double-click to open this. Credits for use in the credit shop. It was probably double-click too, huh? Nope. Maybe it's just already running. I just have to have it in my inventory. That's sort of what it looks like. Yeah, it looks like it's just already going. What was this? Oh, that was the same thing. Okay. Really need that down there. Heroic. Heroic creatures take deal damage like normal creatures, or they have increased health. It's fine. Quest. Pretty self-explanatory. I need to adjust our options, though. There wasn't a way to adjust them on the way in. Max everything out, because I have the PC for it. I've just lowered my computer volume, so that should take care of that. Could be important to have the tutorials, though, still. I don't need a profanity filter. That seems fine. Not too many video options. I was hoping we'd have a little bit more there. But that's alright. The Knight Trainer. Let's get to it, soldier. No time to lose, as you'll be in the thick of battle soon. Vaskel's shadow has stretched far indeed. His reach has now begun to infect our sacred groves. You must purge his ilk from this island to destroy those vampires. Found an enemy to begin combat. Yeah, yep. Sounds good to me. And yes, they've been keeping the game up to date, or they've been making their own DLC and stuff for the game. Not DLC because it's free, but expansions, which is kind of interesting for a fan-made game. And he's dead. I don't know if we have to wait for loot or if it's just, or if we'll get it immediately. I feel like there was some way to spam attacks really quickly that would it was a little bit exploity, but they may have fixed it. But that also may have been a different MMO. I played quite a few back then. Alright, it does seem like I can use this faster than I can actually melee auto attack. So I don't see a reason why not. I think it's draining some draining a bar somewhere. Yeah, this one might. Really been an issue though. Level up, ability points. This is the salt, bash. Fashion. I don't know if this is part of this tier list or if this is somewhere else. Well, thank you for following Aurora Silver and Shadow Tigger Gaming. Yeah, I don't know if this is actually in this list or if it's somewhere else. The target's melee attack speed and casting speed are slowed for 50% for 6 seconds. Gotta be level 3, okay. Actually, I can't level up anything, huh? Don't actually have enough ability points. Over here it says I have 4. But I'm not high enough level for those. That's fine. And you can also cross-class skill, which is interesting. Find weapons, one-handed weapons, bows, specializations, armor, parry and block, some healing abilities, but we can't unlock anything yet. I think we finished that though. Kinda wish I had made my character just a little bit taller, because we feel a little bit short for a warrior. Accept these adventurer's gloves as a reward. They're going to be of great help to you in your next encounter. I have another quest for you to complete after this one. Fix your escape boat. There's a boat to the southeast that you can use to escape the island, but the vampires have dismantled it. You need a hammer to repair. There might be one in the vampire raider camp near the beach. These are just tips for how to fight. Got it. Self-explanatory. Some bonus stats as well. If we should bother with trying to grind a little bit for some XP. I seem to remember that this island was a little bit like RuneScape's tutorial island, where you can only get up to like level 3 on it. But it's also completely different than how it was before. Old-fashioned fetch quest. Your name is in red. Probably just means you aggro, huh? The other ones didn't aggro, yeah. Don't know if any of these creatures drop anything either. Combat, huh? Here we go. So I'm a Twitch streamer too, but I'm trying to set up my Streamlabs OBS so I can start streaming. As OBS isn't too hard to set up. Yeah, it is. It's pretty good. That's converted over to. Kind of just sets itself. Which is great, and then it comes with a nice little pre-made themes that you can put on. Things a lot easier. Oh, I have to fix the boat first. I had to go back. We jump? We can jump, but it seems to slow us down. Always gotta figure that out. Never know when a game will make it so jumping makes you go faster. Maybe on hills. I'm used to using the right click to do the look around, but that's not how it works. It's the left click. Oh, and we're out, I guess. I figured we'd have to go back to the trainer one more time. Yeah, it's those these splash screens that have the cel-shaded look, huh? 2 monitors would help. I have 2 monitors. So you can have one for the broadcasting software and the chat, the other one to play on. If you play your game in like a windowed mode, you could probably tab between the two without causing too much issues. The basic tutorial. As you play through the world of Earth Eternal and experience new things, additional helpful tips will pop up to help you. There are these tutorial tips in the options menu. Good luck, adventurer. Gotta quit using the right click. Help. It's your scapegoat. Welcome to Corsica. I'm glad you made it. Level up again. Welcome, friend. We have many new arrivals these days, all seeking adventure and glory. If you're seeking to aid our isle in its time of need, then haste to Sir Lancelot. I'm sure he could use all the help he can get right now. You'll find him at the atop the hill in front of the manor house. Good luck and welcome to North Beach. Either way, the plot of this game is I think it takes place like after humanity has died to something. I don't know if it ever explains what they died to, but it's actually the real world. So like right now we're in Britain. Well, we're actually up in Scotland right now, it seems like. But you can see it's Europe. So it's like after the fall of humans and the animals have evolved. My character too small. Just comparing it to the other soldier to see if I was like the right size or not. I feel small. So, if I make another character, I might not get the gift box though. It's okay if they want to talk about streaming and stuff, because like chat's not very active right now as it is anyway, so you may as well. I'm just thinking about restarting here and making our character a little larger, because aesthetics can bother me like that. I'm gonna do that before we get too far into it and decide later. Put that up though, just in case it shows info you shouldn't know. And yes, it would have. We'll plow through it a lot quicker this time. Alright. Went with the more muscular build this time. That one the most. Let's plow through this really quickly. Somewhere. I don't want to be gigantic, but I want to be at least kind of appropriately sized. Name. supposed to be a wolf. Because there's also a fox. I don't think there's any dogs, though. Actually, I take that back. I think there might be like a pug. Alright, I'm just going to plow through this very quickly. Ah. Oh well. I was a little bit worried about that. Not a big deal, though. This area used to not be dark and creepy, so that's one of the things that they updated with the expansion. Yeah, there's felines, there's frogs, and I think there's even like a robot. But none of them have any racial advantages. It's just a visual thing. And the cow. I think pretty much any of the kind of normal NPCs is something that you can play as a race. Yeah, similar to Furcadia, except that's only text-based and you have to rely on other people playing along. And this one, as though it's an actual MMORPG. Speed run here. For some reason these guys are even weaker than the first guys we fought. I don't know why. Is our weapon different too? I kind of feel like we had like a scimitar looking thing before, but now we have like an actual broadsword. Doesn't seem like that should be something that happens, though. A very strange random detail to have a random weapon to start with. Oh, double load screen? Strange. Alright. Yeah, you got the cow, you got the frog, the wolf, foxes, cats. A lot of frogs for some reason. Fox, rat, troll thing. Where do we need to go exactly? I don't know if the map gets any. That's the blue marker. Blue wouldn't have been the first thing I guessed. I think this might be a badger. Might be a wolf, though. Sir Lancelot, another new arrival. Welcome. Hail and well met. I'm Sir Lancelot, Knight of the Round, and in service of the Isle of Inglorium and his King Arthur Pendragon. I have been dispatched here to put an end to the invasion of the south. Earthrise is under siege by Nubians. We cannot allow them to take the island. I would normally give your orders to head directly south and aid in the fight, but now there is some kind of new trouble here in Corsica. Isle is becoming infested with strange beasts and monstrous plants. I have no idea if this is some new Anubian plot to further an invasion of the north or if something else is transpiring. We need to get to the bottom of it. Speak with Mere Greenleaf. She is our local druid from the Order of Gaia. She's been investigating the odd events already. Now go quickly and good luck. So the Anubian stuff, that must be from the last expansion, because the last one was called like Rise of Anubia or something. Turn my mouse sensitivity down, that might make things go a little bit smoother. It's probably a resurrection shrine. But the question is, do I need to bind myself here? Quick way to go back to town, hopefully. Use bind ability. You may only use bind within 250 meters of the sanctuary location. Stone platform with the golden ankh. Once you successfully bind, you'll be able to use portal bind to return to that location. That's going to be handy. I don't know if you could just teleport back in the past before too, or if that's new. Seems like it's new. Let's be up this ramp. Still trying to use the right click to look around. At least I'm not trying to do PUBG and use the Alt key. Yeah, and there's like tree people. Hello friend, Lancelot sent you. Glad you were sent to me. I could really use some help, but also a short while ago, the local plants seem to have, well, come to life. There are surely some plant creatures in this world, but these plants used to be just your normal run-of-the-mill soaking up sunshine type. Now they're walking all over, and in some cases have become quite aggressive. They're causing mayhem. Make it worse, very strange creatures have been appearing all over Corsica. I would try to explain, but you'll have to see for yourself. What I need from you is a twofold task. Just cross the bridge from North Beach on the main isle of Corsica are these newly walking around plants. I need some samples from them. And I also need samples from unaffected plants in the same area. Bring me 5 samples of each. I think I remember jumping off of this all the time to get a little bit of extra distance. Still playing Skyrim? Mod it. At this point I feel like you'd have to have it modded for it to be enjoyable still. Probably gotta get out of the habit of using my mouse to click those, huh? I haven't played an MMO in forever. I will try. Still waiting to see if we're ever gonna get item drops. Because I know what happens, I just don't remember if we get them automatically. We have to loot bodies. I died. How did I die so quickly? I wasn't even watching it because I just assumed I've never played a game, never played an MMO where that's actually a problem. I don't even remember what heroism did. Increases your luck. Can't remember if it gives you more loot or something. I guess we have to watch that a little closer now. Most games give you like a pop-up that your health's running real low. We're automatically getting the Wanderleaf samples without looting them, but... Okay, I'll have to watch that a little closer now. Take a little bit more time between combat. I might be able to level something up now, actually. Get concussion now. Additional 5 damage. Additionally, the target's melee attack speed and magic casting speed are slowed by 50%. That will probably help. But we can also get anything from any other class. If we so desired. Target's attack speed, magic casting are slowed. That's probably best to stick with our class for now. Concussion. Seems like starting combat with that would help, because it would slow them down. Oh, but I don't have to kill any more of them. But I think I might just level up. Oh, the cooldown, that's really bad. Yeah, I need to make sure I use that first, not second. Now, this quest does seem familiar, so it seems like they just rebranded it for the DLC. Crazy long timer on that. That's probably why I was confused. I probably always waited for this to come back. Also, since I'm using it first, I would like to move it around. Yeah, about as soon as that's done charging, seems like a fair time to be at max health. Mostly gonna slow things down. Level 4. I don't think there was anything new for us. These are all level 6, and then these are level 6. Unless we wanted to grab a new ability, but I don't think we need to. Alright, finish the quest now. Oh, that one's stronger. Or at least it's aggressive. Excuse me. But we don't have to run home. I don't know how long this takes to recharge. 30 minutes. Yeah, not really worth it yet. I have to get to a point where the time it gets there to the time it takes to get home and get back is longer than 30 minutes. Oh yes, back into the MMO grind of long walks back and forth. Safely return. Let me see the samples. Wow, Grove. Interesting. This is a good start. I was hoping to have some samples from some of the larger plant creatures already. I sent my assistant out earlier to retrieve them, but he has not yet returned. Do me the favor of checking up on him. He has a short trip farther out across the bridge in the small forest grove just off the road. It was a lovely grove until all the strangeness began. The people now refer to it as the Vile Grove, and it is overrun with large and often aggressive plants. I will make sure my assistant, his name is Kerr, is safe and bring back the samples I asked him to gather. No new gear yet. Long, long walk. Mirror sent you, I assume? Good, I need your help. I tell you, these plant things are not to be trifled with. I'm not a warrior, I am a research assistant. I told Mir it was bad to go. There was going to be trouble, but she insisted I came here. I went to get the samples back, but those things, they are horrible. To make matters worse, they now seem to have a leader, or at least there's a big mean thing in there. Some of the locals call it Fern Gar, or some such thing. I'm not amused by the naming of horrible creatures, and I am not going back in there. That thing almost ate me, or bit me, or well, it was chasing me. If you want to go get the samples for Mir, then please do. She wanted 5 samples from the big plants in there. If you're going in there, then also do me a favor and kill Fern Gar. Allow me to do more work, and I'm positive Mir would want to sample from that abomination. I feel like these creatures, if my memory serves me correctly, actually did drop loot. Aryan Might. Extra strength, huh? I would love some loot. Oh, shoot. I went too quick. Now we gotta wait for some. No loot. I wonder if they've changed how things work so there isn't loot anymore. I'm getting copper automatically. Try not to aggro. Not sure exactly where the Fern Gar itself is. Yeah, it looks like he's probably deeper in. Actually, he's right over here somewhere. Oh, that's him. Okay. Uh-oh. Get it, please. Yeah, I wonder if they just turned off loot. Some way to heal, but I think it might just be because my first character was a druid and they could heal. Well, you have to have magic charges, so you wouldn't really be able to just use this as the wrong class. I wonder if I want to get one more level before I attack this guy. Yeah, I think loot's been turned off. Why they do that? For our ability. There we go. Almost there. Almost there. Oh, that cooldown. Quite annoying. There we go. Alright. The big boy. If anyone's gonna have loot, it's gonna be him. Get to him without aggroing things, though. And he's dead. Hey, there's loot. There's finally loot. Rent a shirt. 14 armor. Back up this way. Cloth armor. That is better than the default armor. Oops, don't want to wander into him. Did it? Wonderful. Perhaps now that Fern Gar will not cause me more trouble, I can continue the research here on these strange plants. Take those samples back to Mir and tell her I'm sorry, but I told her this was not a task for me. Even though he is level 45 and shouldn't have any trouble. Alright. Oh, you've returned. Is Cure okay? That's good news. Oh, you have the samples. Take this reward for all of your help so far. Backpack. Oh, the sample from the big one is quite interesting and disturbing. There is something dark at work here. Take these samples to Raj Redhoof. He has a small apothecary shop in town. He's much better versed in such things than I. Okay, let's get this backpack equipped. Nope. And there's these demon guys. Greetings and good timings. What is this? This is an unpleasant sight. Mira's right. There is some dark magic at work here. Before I can be sure, I need a favor. I seem to have lost my journal. I have been researching these strange plants and these creatures and was taking notes. I must have dropped it when I was last out on the island investigating. I was out at the old Dante Manor. It was once a great merchant's home, but is now abandoned and falling in disrepair. If you could travel there and find my journal, but be warned, there are some dangerous creatures on the prowl there. Good luck. You need to remember this area is kind of dangerous. Let's see. So we probably want to pick up new weapons and armor if we could. Battle sword, two-handed weapon, but then I'd lose the shield. Two-handed, two-handed. Two-handed. Oh, I have no silver yet? They're just available because I can use them, I suppose. That's fine. I have armor in all these slots. Neck, head, belt. I got the boots. Have very little money. It's because nothing's dropping any gear. Ah, here it is. The armor refashioner. Really cool thing. I don't know if we have the money to do it, but we can say I want this to be the base item. Refashioning, okay, two same armor items. They have to be the same type, so this one's cloth and the other one's chain. Rip. I was hoping I'd be able to demonstrate that, because it's really cool. Sell that for 1 copper then. The old Dante Manor. It might be worth killing that Fern creature over and over to try to get more gear. Pretty sure that everything used to drop gear though, not just the bosses. So I find that unusual. Maybe it was just like too much stress on the servers, so they had to turn that off. Now it's fan run and not run by some bigger company. Not that the company that owned it to begin with was really doing that well themselves. They sold the game off to a Korean company. They only had the game for like a couple months before they went out of business because they made the game awful. Instead of being actual anthros, they made them so they had the human face thing going on. It was awful. Oh, I don't want to get in a fight with him without my buff. And he's dead. At least he reliably drops loot, though. Hit point regeneration could be useful. But yeah, we're gonna have to kill this guy a few times. I don't know how quickly he respawns, though. Oops, I just walked into one. How long? I just want to wait here for him, though. Be nice to know how long he takes to come back, though. One thing about a dead MMO is that we can just camp a single creature. We don't have to worry about someone else coming and taking our kill. I'm hoping he might respawn fast because he's the boss. I don't want people being unable to finish the quest. Use that attack from really far away for some reason. And he's back. Okay, that's not too long. Like 5 minutes? 3 minutes? Come on, Mace Bash. Oh, no gear that time. Alright, not really worth camping then. Thought he was going to drop it every time. Have to swing by here every time we come past it or something. I distinctly remember this area being rough. That is some kind of new creature. No, I think that was here before. I'd rather fight this thing. Hey, this thing actually dropped something. Recruits Buckler. Nice, alright. Finally, some gear. Should look at it when we Just a round shield. Bash. Oh, unless the game crashed. Okay. Oop, I don't want the development. Hopefully we aren't dead. Remember the good old days of the really old MMOs. Playing them on dial-up. If you crash like that, you might be gone for like 20 minutes trying to get back in. And if you were in a bad spot, you'd definitely be dead. Because it wouldn't just log you out, it'd just leave you there. And EverQuest and Dark Age of Camelot, things like that. Hey, we're not dead. And barely out of his aggro range, I think. These things drop things. Okay. It's better. Although this isn't really. That's not our class. I can also kill these things a little easier. Oh, they are level 4. A lot of them, though. Thing I'm concerned about is them aggroing too much. Loot. Oh. Eh. Just had a really cool name, but it's not actually better than the other shield, really. Not for us. Might look cool. Fashion Souls. Does indeed look cool. It'd be interesting to see if I could recolor the shield. It might only be a body armor, though. That's what we're wearing already. At least we're rolling in some loot now. Starting to get concerned. There's the journal. Don't want these guys to gank me. Ran out of might there. Gotta rest for a minute. Wonder if this is a game where /sit will increase your healing speed. Sit failed, unknown query. You mean I can't sit? Like to kill a few more of these things to level up though, and to get some loot. Ah yeah, recruit slakings. Bad looking. Apprentice leggings. More for a wizard type. Can always take a peek at them though. Very cute actually. What is my neighbor doing? Prepping up his car in the driveway, and his dog's always barking. Level 6. Oh, now we can actually level up a skill. Or get a next level skill. Permanently increase our chance to block by 5%. Target's tension, that's just intimidate. And parried attack has a 10% chance to stun the attacker. Constitution by 5%. Armor rating. Total decreases will regeneration. Oh, it's temporary. Consumes a region. I don't know if I want anything that consumes regions. What happens if I upgrade this? Damage. 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 Yeah, I might go for something passive then. Ah, my journal, thank you. Yes, indeed my notes and these samples do tell a story. I have my suspicions, but I want to be sure. While you were gone, I heard news of some strange device in the woods south of Dante Manor, a short distance from the south end, in fact. I want you to go there and investigate the device. Again, be wary, as I was told there was many more strange and potentially dangerous creatures in the area. Now we can sell some things. Curious about the shield, though. I don't know if we want to waste the money. But I wanted like this shield stats. Shield's looks. It costs a ton of money. Sure, I lose the extra item. So probably not worth it unless we find something that looks really cool. now we have actual money. I have to decide if I want to be a DPS fighter or a... Oops, that's not what I want. Or an armor fighter. I think I want to use two-handed weapons. Normally I use shields, but I think I want to go for two-handed weapons. And this does much more damage than anything else. It doesn't look like attack speed is a thing. I have to click and drag. Big ol' fuck off hammer. Might as well pick up those armor pieces that we don't have yet. It's more like the metal armor. Go straight in there, huh? Think we need anything else. The rest of it I think is... well, no. If there's flimsy sleeves... Assume that was the highest level armor. Armor versus 3 armor, yeah. Makes sense, but... look very silly for a knight, but it is what it is. Thanks for watching, Aurora Silver. Friend, I wonder if you could assist me. I normally buy blood wine from the Raji, but it seems he's out of stock. I cannot possibly have my evening tea without flavoring some of it with fresh wild vine. I'd even go seek some myself, but with all the terrible, strange creatures out there, I'm just too afraid. Would you perchance be heading out to the main island? It'd be wonderful if you were to find us 6 wild vines and return them to me. They grow wildly along the eastern part of the island between the old Dante Manor and South End. Do you think you could? Yep. I reckon. Character looks ridiculous now. Hopefully we find some painted armor. I remember painted armor was a rare drop that looked really cool. Other things can drop gear. I guess I don't have to worry about fighting that boss creature anymore. Said I would attack him every time I came by here, but everyone else drops things now. Except for these guys. Visually, I would have preferred the two-handed sword, but the hammer did more damage, and there doesn't seem to be anything about DPS flat damage. Just to your stats, okay. Whackatrice. fight 3 all at once. Both these quest objectives are together. I think the extra damage was a good choice. Crap out of things with a giant hammer. These things don't appear to drop loot, though. A sickly glowing crystal from the device. Didn't quite like smashing ducks with a hammer. Racer Tranquil is now level 26. Alrighty. Point to grinding these creatures, they don't drop anything. Outrun this guy rather than deal with fighting them. Drops loot, I don't mind, but they don't, so not really worth it. Turn on PvP on. Don't want it. Yeah, maybe it's different than what I thought. Oh yeah, this is actually Corsica. England's where we go to next. I'm gonna say the map feels a little bit too small for England. I didn't leave that quest for behind earlier. Hopefully that came later. Go back and forth. You know what? I never picked an ability. Oh, you did it. You have my wildvine. Praise Gaia. My tea will not have to be flavored with snaggle root anymore. Thank you so much. I see that crystal. Oh, this is exactly what I feared. That crystal you see, ages ago, long before they were banished to Tartarus by the Dark Lord of Dajjal, the Titans ruled supreme on Earth. According to legend, as punishment for to the insubordinate fairies who were the chief servants to the Titans. Kronos banished their spirit mother, Alarna, to the depths of space using a comet passing by Earth at that time. They sent her traveling through the universe. The spirit mother would return in passing, as her comet flew by Earth every countless eons. After her spirit became fused with the comet itself. Stories claim that the same comet, known to us as Jajal's Hammer, also served as the Dark Lord's access route to our world eons ago. The last passing of this comet, however, was met with tragedy as its trajectory sent it slamming into the moon. You can still see the result of the impact in the sky above. For many days, pieces of the comet rained down upon the Earth, each holding a small portion of the Spirit Mother's power. Whenever one is found, strange things happen. There's a large shard in the south of the Isle of Earthrise. I expect that this is why the Anubians are so keen on taking the island and why they have left us. Thus far, mostly alone, even if small fragments can hold great power but dangerous power. Oh, I'm rambling on with these stories, apologies. To the point, the crystal is a tiny shard of the Spirit Mother. It alone, even amplified by that device, could not cause the entire island to be affected. I would guess that there is a larger device and a larger crystal. There's only one beast on the island that could possibly know how to do this. And sadly, it may be my fault he has. Anglordin was my assistant. I helped him unlock the potential for magic he had. He's quite a potent mage too, but he had no plan to learn from any other reason than raw power. I miscalculated his motives, and this is the result. Anglor has taken up residence in the old lighthouse just north of Dante Manor. I urge you to go there and destroy the device. I will guess that Anglor will also be found inside. But I'm unhappy to even broach this topic. You may have to kill Anglor in order to destroy the machine. I have no love for violence, but we cannot allow these abominations to continue to spread. Also suggested party 1. I think the last time I played, actually fighting this dude was a group event, but you had to have multiple players to beat him. From up one fist. Lost ale delivery. Oh, there you are, friend. Welcome to the Rusty Spoon. Best ale in Corsica. Well, normally. See, my last ale delivery went missing in a matter of sorts. They sent a new delivery chap from Southend and he got lost. Lost. Well, he ended out by the old Dante place and claimed he was attacked by some chicken beast of some kind. Chicken beast? Sounds like some fantasy tale to me. Matters not. What matters is he ran away, leaving all the ale behind. I was only concerned about one thing. A special keg, though. A special brew called Braga Brew. Great taste and also doubles as a cleaner for your blades. Good stuff. Go out there toward the old Dante place and find that keg of Braga Brew for me. I would be eternally grateful to you. Oh, watch out for those chickens. Alrighty. Get any new stuff and things? What's our money listed at? Other than just talking to people. You gotta talk to people to look at your armor or your money. I grind a little bit more before we went to the lighthouse just because of I think that was a really hard fight. They may have changed it so it's not a group event anymore, just because there's not enough people. But I would like to be prepared. I think you could get to a point where you'd be strong enough to take it on your own. Do this other mission first, then. The fact that we saw that other person level up, and also someone else has just logged in and said hello. I'm wondering if there's so few people that announces all level ups and all people logging in. Strange as that sounds. Lost ale delivery is still over this way. Probably just right in here, huh? Smack. Get dusted. That was easy. Alright, I think I want to grind through these things for another level and see if we can't get more delicious, delicious loot. No loot for me? Oh, I can cleave through them like they're nothing. There we go. Build guitar. Be a ranger or wizard? Things are not dropping loot as often as they did our first run through this. Alright, gotta take a bit of a break here. For the sake of our health. Are they dropping stuff? Anger. Or if it knows that we're higher level than them now, so it's not dropping stuff as often. Turn this place into a graveyard. There we go. Apprentice totem. Yeah. Step back to heal. want painted armor. I think we had 2 critical hits in a row there. Be pairing often enough that this seems like a decent pick, Stagger. There's a passive 10% chance to stun on a critical hit. Also has had a really lucky streak the first time we went through here with the loot. There we go. Brute shirt. I think that is different than what we're wearing. Dexterity versus Psyche. I don't think we use Psyche at all. Not that I think Dexterity is super useful for us either, but it'll match our pants now. Something. You look more like a warrior now. The drop chance is unreally low. Get some energy back. Into slippers. Better than what we got. Got the starting gear on our feet. So I think those are for the wizard class again. Probably just level up this basic attack too. Not a huge increase of damage on those, but since we spam it quite a lot, doesn't seem useless. And we're level 7. Now I'll go take a look at this lighthouse. Since I'm doing that forever. In a long climb as well. This was definitely the place where it was a group fight. Wow, I just had some like weird deja vu. Not deja vu, but nostalgia. Just that sound of them dying was very familiar. It really says this quest is a one-man fight now, huh? Party size of 1, so just level 5. First kill all. Mad Vines. This is a step-up spawner, a series of spawners that change as you kill creatures. Each kill on a step-up spawner will add points to the overall spawner. Once the points add up to a specific total, it's probably going to start the next step in the series. You'll experience more of these as you play the game. See how many there is? Said one player. Pull them away from each other though. It's hand wraps. Yeah, I don't know if the stats are better than armor or not. Take the stats for now, I guess. I don't really know for sure. Whichever one sells for more is probably the better one. Or if this was ranged. 15 meters compared to like what this. Yeah, give me a pull. I'll also use this stuff. I think to bring them to me would be useful. Getting through it, getting through it. Heal a little bit. Yeah. Sort of debuff, but I didn't see it in time. Yeah, I gotta heal a little bit. Odd settings. Form item, ink, or diagram item here. Interesting. That's your boy. Nope, that was definitely remade into a one-person fight. Few treasure tokens. Type of currency that can be spent in quest reward chests, some boss creature chests. Unless otherwise stated, each quest boss token can only be used at a specific chest for that quest box. These though. Corsica Lighthouse has been a source of pride for the people of Corsica for generations. The light from it is often the first thing people see when they approach the island's ports. In recent times, though, it has become home of the nefarious mage by the name of Inglord Den. What else in here? This, obviously. Thought I saw another thing pop up that I could interact with, but maybe it's just this. Oh, it costs 2, huh? What do we got? Two-handed. Extra thick belt. Definitely seems like the best thing for us is going to be this mace. Oh, excuse me. Staff. The ham wraps also seem decent. Can go through this mission multiple times and get everything if we desired. Mace. Looks like it's just a recolor of the one that we had. Hand wraps. Did I hold on to this? I can collect them. Interesting. That's neat. Alright. Alright, I'll go return these quests and I think I'll call it a day here. Probably be playing more of this game on stream though. Seems like a decent game to stream. Shit. Fine, avoid fighting these flies, but I think I'm gonna have to. I get out of here without fighting these guys, huh? Oh, they drop stuff though. You know, it's not as bad if they drop stuff. You should have told me they drop stuff. Trying to make sure I have enough HP to make it through this fall. If I do it here, it might not be. Decent stack of money sitting there. It seems quests in this game don't give you much of anything. Not that I would know how much money I even have. Can certainly admit... Oh, there it is. Why would you put it there? I will certainly say it's probably a bit of a case of nostalgia syndrome I had for this game. It's not quite as good as I felt it was at the time. But it is what it is. And it's furry. That's hard to find these days. There really were chicken beasts? Well, I'm just glad you found that keg. As promised, here's your payment, friend. 4 coal copper for doing a quest. What a reward. Return. I'm sorry you had to kill Angler, even as misguided as he was. You have done well, though. Please take this as a reward. Light collar. I don't know if that's even better than what we got. You should speak with Lancelot. He was asking about you while you were gone. That moves us into the next zone anyway, so this was a pretty good, decent place to end. Yeah, this other one's actually better. Put it on just to take a look at it. It does look cool, so I might be able to actually reskin it. Yeah, we'll do that down there so I don't forget. Oh, the rest of this junk, though. It's so much more money for this loot than anything else. Now let's try to show off this armor refashioner. So, we want the stats of this item, even though it's a 1-point armor difference, and looks of this item. Fashion. Now, success! It worked. That's a very awesome feature in this game if you find gear that looks really cool. And refashion it to make it look the way you want. All right, I have time for now. Hope you enjoyed and have a good day.